Thank you for your purchase of this Arcturus. It's a baseball-sized spherical mechanical puzzle. Your goal is to find out how to solve this beautiful puzzle box and open the sphere. Clues are printed on the puzzle. Alright, cool. So I assume that comes off. And we have, well, is that a clue? That check mark? I don't know. Anyway. And look at that, I got it apart. I'm just kidding. Well, I did get it apart. I just took it apart off camera because it was just shaking it around and messing with it and turning it upside down. So I did eventually figure it out, but after doing it, I couldn't tell you how to do it. So instead, I decided I would take some time, figure out how it works, and then share with you step by step how to make sure to solve this puzzle. So I think the best way to do that is to look at the inside. We have two pegs that are solid in place and two lines that are solid in place. When we put them together, we notice that a couple of things. One, those triangles are lined up. So with those triangles not lined up, it doesn't work. With the triangles lined up, it comes apart. Okay, perfect. We have three large-sized metal pegs and two smaller ones. And this is where they go. The two smaller ones actually go right up here. And you see inside there, there's a bit of a ridge up top. So when these ones are closed inside, if we hold it in this direction, those two will stay in there, and you can open and close it. That's when the star is there, and remember, those two are lined up. So if we move these two to not being lined up, or even after they are lined up, we're never going to get this open unless it's sitting with the star facing up. With the star facing up, we shake it a little bit, those ones will fall in, and we'll be able to open it. So that's something. That's the very last step, which is the way that we're going to have to do this. Alright. In addition to these two pegs, we have three larger pegs. And they'll go in one of three places. There, there, and there. And you notice each of those holes correlates with a picture that lines up on this blue part. And what that shows us is the line shows us where there's a space for that ball bearing inside there. So this one here has a ball bearing that's actually, one goes down, one goes that direction. And this one here it does have two ball bearings as well, but the spaces are kind of off to the side that way. So you'll notice if I do this and this, then now we have two ball bearings. And yep, you see that? The ball bearing will fall to the side there, and then this one will fall down there. Okay? So that's some pieces of information that we need to know. This one here, again, there's actually two ball bearings in here. One goes down and one goes to the side. Alright? So that's all of the noise we heard when this was shaking, were all of those. So let's talk about this one at a time. Number one, first off, you need this peg to be completely in for us to be able to pull the parts apart. You need that peg to be all the way in, which means in this case we need a ball bearing blocking the way. If we turn it this way, the ball bearing has nowhere to go. If we turn it this way, the ball bearing will fall down into that side, and then that will come out. So what we need to do with this one is after we have that in place, we basically need to kind of tilt it a little bit like this. And that will hold the ball bearing from coming up, and you'll be able to turn it all the way around and it won't fall out. So we could have that in place here. And shake it all up, re-mess it up, and we know, right lined up with this, straight above it, if we go down and over and shake just a little bit, we'll be able to get that one so that it's lined up and we can pull this off. Okay? Now, the challenge with that is that we actually have to, remember, at the end, we have to hold it so that the star is facing up so that those two don't stop it. And this is when it gets really complicated, because we're going to do step 3. And that's this side. This side over here has 2 pegs. One of them will go down in there pretty deep, and the ball bearing will hold it in place. And the second one sits just like this. Now that is a real challenge, given that you have to have this one also shaking at the same time so that it goes into place. Alright? So we have to kind of mess with that. So here's the basic strategy for solving. First, well, the last thing we have to deal with is that. Personally, I would get this one in first. Try and fiddle it so it'll be like this. You're going to have it like this. It doesn't matter what the top is doing. You're going to shake it so that those ball bearings get out of the way. So we're going to put one to the side this way and one to the side this way so that that one falls into place. Then we're going to flip it up like this and turn it slightly so that we go back around to this spot. Now at this point I would turn this top piece so that I can see inside of there. And then I'm going to tap it sideways this way, down this way, and try and get those two to fall in. Once those two fall in, and again we're going to have to be holding it at a little bit of an angle. Once those two fall in, we need to again continue to hold this down facing. We would line up the arrows and bring the star to the top, tap it a little bit, and then we should be able to slide it out. So there's a lot going on, and I'm going to try it. Okay. I told you that's the way to do it. I have to try it. Now, what I really should do is try it with a little bit of a risk. I should put something inside this that's really important to me. Like, I don't know, what could possibly fit in there? That'd be really important to me, and if I don't get it out, I'm going to have to face the wrath of not having it anymore. Let's see. How about my wedding ring? Why not? I mean, big risk, right? Big risk, no reward, really. But that's all right. I'll go ahead and put my wedding ring in there. And if I don't get this out, then my wedding ring's stuck inside here. Okay, so to reset everything, what I'm going to do is kind of shake that a little bit here and make sure that those are up where they need to be. Because I know what these things mean, there. Okay, so you can't see it, but I can see it, that those are where they need to be. And then this one here, you can't actually know if it's in place, except the fact that this, I guess we can know if we put those, if we line these two up and we put it this way. If they come apart, then we know those, okay, cool. So we know that at least some of them are set. And I think we're good to go. All right, step number 1, we're going to work with this one. And again, I can't see inside it. So I'm just going to try and get the ball bearings to go that way and that way while trying to make that one pin fall in. I'm pretty sure I've shook this enough in all directions that that ball bearing is down. All right. I can't guarantee it. I guess I could do that and maybe see. I don't know. All right. So to hold that in place, I am going to leave it like this and try not to shake it too excessively much as I go around to this side. And when I'm on that side, I'm going to use this so I can kind of see the pins. There they are. Okay. Okay. So I want to turn. There's one. One just fell down. Oh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I messed up the other side by doing that, but okay. Both of them fell down now. So I've got both of those two. Okay. So I'm going to go back over to this side. I'm going to try and not mess those ones up too much when I come back over to this side, because I'm pretty certain Alright, let's see. I'm not certain that it's worked. No, not yet. Okay. Even knowing the solution and knowing what all these means. The hard part is that this is exactly opposite of this. So I can easily get these ones down. I could do that probably just by randomly shaking. Yeah, there, those two are down. That's easy. Boom. But the problem is the one on this side. And as soon as I turn it over like this, I know that one's falling out that end. Right? I can see it. It's right there. See, it fell right back. And we have to shake it a little bit to get it to go down. So that's why I think we have to do this side first and then turn it around to the other side. So I'm going to try doing this side here. Get the ball bearing to go there and there. Okay. Okay. Hopefully that did it. Okay, and I am going to I hope that worked. All right. Hold it slightly downward as I turn it this direction. Okay. And I want this one to just sink down. Take a look down into there. Come on. Okay, that one fell down, but I'm almost certain that this one also came off. Well, let's see. Oh no. The star's on the other side. So I know I have to flip this whole thing over. Which means I have to go past, well, going past this one's not bad. The problem is that meant I went past that one too. Oh, hey, it worked anyway. Well, there we have it. So, a little bit of a long explanation, but that's the way all of this works. I'm sure, I am absolutely certain that there's some way where you can go click, 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 and turn it and solve it. But I have no idea what that is. So hopefully knowing how the inside works on this will make it fun. It's got lots of different steps. It's cut to precision, which is nice. I have my wedding ring back, which is super good. All right, hope that was fun for you. You can get a hold of this puzzle by clicking on the link in the video description. Have a wonderful day.